Anyway, this is my big old binder. It's been up in the attic in storage. I brought it down last year. Haven't really looked at it. This is it. This is Star Frontiers Madness. Are you ready? Are you ready to play some Star Frontiers? Now, mind you, some of this went through the fire and survived. You might see some little burnt edges. Ooh, counters. Look at this old Ziploc full of counters. Of course, we all recognize, right, this? Right, Shadow? I got all the counters in there. Look at this. Awesome. Made my own maps. Check this map out. It's a jungle. Wow. I did that in color and everything. Yeah, it looks like a jungle. Max hates grids, especially squares. He'd tear this up and throw it right in the garbage. Can't have that in our game. How dare you? That's the first thing you do. Damn, I want to play this. Crash and Volturnus. Oh yes. The Ulmor. I think those were those little creatures that were like a octopus. Look at this shit. Damn. What's this? SF1, The Volturnus Adventure Part 2. Look at that, I got Part 2. I think this one came with the box set. The original, Alpha Dawn. Real men can count past 4 and use hexes. I have PDF the Dungeon Master's Design Kit, do you? It's a great little useful item. I gotta see how much I can use it in my upcoming campaign next year. Wow, this doesn't look like it was even in the fire. Look at this artwork. Look at that. SF1, Volturnus, Planet of Mystery. I have the DM's kit, and my Star Frontiers is in perfect condition, says Shadow. And I have a second box set, pretty damn good condition. I'm surprised this is even... It doesn't even look like it was in the fire, but I know it was. More great artwork. A Drillistite there. He has looks like a pirate. I think he's got a pirate hat on. Oh, man. Sathar Artifact. Good stuff. So that's SF1. Here's SF3. I got 2 copies of that. Don't ask me why. Yep, 2 copies of that. Card I made. Vehicle data card. Here's that beautiful map. I think you showed this off too. I think you did, Shadow. I love these little maps. They were so useful for playing out on whatever adventure. And of course there's the big city map. I'm not going to open this. Great condition. Ready to go. There's Nighthawks. Star Frontiers Nighthawks 1. So here's a Nighthawks adventure. I don't even have the Nighthawks rules. Dramoon Run. I think Shadow showed that. Nighthawks Adventure 3. Face of the Enemy. Star Mist, though. I'll run Star Frontiers, but no modules. I hate running modules. I have a pretty decent idea for a mini campaign. You can run whatever you want. Nighthawks number 2. Mutiny on the Eleanor Morass. Moraes. Morass, please. Morass. Moraes. What's the matter with you? Ken Rolston, the first part of the Beyond the Frontier series. Of course, this is for Nighthawks. That's where the starships and stuff come in. Right? Nighthawks? Yeah. I don't even have Nighthawks. Dark Side of the Moon, Alpha Dawn Adventure from the UK. So as you can see, I was quite a fan of this game back in the day. Another little card, Hireling Data. What's his name? Blommer? What does that say? Oh, that's Bloober. Good old Bloober. I remember Bloober. He's a drillistite named Bloober. Oh, Bloobs. 33 years old. Gender, it. Take that, all you pronoun people. He's 141 centimeters tall, 58 kilograms. Oh, here's a description. What does he look like? He is dedicated to weak forms of humor, like someone I know. He is proud of his great strength and always is showing it off. His PSA is military. Yeah, he's pretty strong. He's got an 80. Beam weapons 1, gyro weapons 1, melee weapons 1, projectile weapons 1, thrown weapons 1, first aid 1. You take them down, you got to fix them up. Isn't that great? It's nice looking back at this stuff. I don't have a face of the enemy either. Ooh, I wanted mutiny too, but no luck. Dang, Fritz, you have a bunch of stuff I wish I had. I do. I worked with the pronoun people. Now, here we are. Let's see how bad I cut up my rule books. Here's the basic game. This is the original stuff, by the way. This was the basic rules book. This is where you started. God, I love these. These were so fun. Got things highlighted. Got needler pistols. They're nasty little things. Shoot a score of needles at your target. There's a little story. I think the game was really well done, actually, the way it was set up to learn. This was your basic book you get in the Alpha Dawn, essentially. You had this little basic book. This is where you start. And it's what, 30-some pages? Nah, less than that. It's like 16 pages and then a glossary. Basic character sheet. Then if you really want to get into it, you got into the bigger book that also came with the rules. The expanded game rules. And of course, this was 3-hole punch, so I took it all apart and I cut every freaking page separate, as you can see. Now that I'm not too happy I did. This goes into a lot more detail. It's got monsters in it. Vehicle combat, stats. Wrote up some of my own stuff. Terrain, distance, multiplier chart. Long-term travel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I definitely love to play this again. I added rules for height, weight, and age. I don't know where the hell I got that from. Effects of age. I have no idea where I got that from. I don't think that was in the rules. So yeah, that's essentially the Alpha Dawn rulebook. I made a time log. Yeah, it's all there. And we got some folders with my own handmade character sheets. I made these on a freaking typewriter. Drew my own little artwork on them. You got a little flying saucer there in the corner or something. See that? This was all done with a freaking typewriter, man. I think I did pretty damn good. Vanis Kriktar. He's a Vrusk. It's a character I made for myself, I guess. Oh, wonderful hex paper. What the hell is all this? What is all this? Oh, it looks like an adventure. It's not my writing, it's somebody else's. Perhaps I think this is Jesse's. Wow. You're on a small freight vessel that is heading to Cassadine. You have been traveling for almost 7 light years from Prenglar. You look out the port window and you see the large brooding orange and yellow planet of Cassadine getting much closer now. Your admiration is cut short when a booming voice comes from the large chronocom on the wall. It says, "This is your captain. Our compulsory rockets are down. I repeat, our compulsory rockets are down. We are going to let Cassadine's orbit pull us in. We are going to be making a crash landing. All non-crew members have to report to the lifeboats. Repeat." Blah, 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 blah. You follow the people to the back, blah, blah. I don't know what this is. Sounds familiar. But this isn't mine. This is Jesse's. Well, he wrote a ton of stuff here. Let me read one more. Area 9. The walls and ceiling. The second body is a dried-out husk. The third body... Boy, did he spell that wrong. The third body looks as though all the bones in his body exploded. They are sticking all over his... Oh, they're sticking out all over his body. His spine is wrapped around his neck. Wow. The hell were we playing? Sounds like Call of Cthulhu. But yeah, that's something he was doing. We got our own homemade maps. Check this out. Look at this. Look at that homemade starship map. I think Jesse made that as well. Here's something he drew. Look at this damn thing. Look at this. He is, in fact, an artist. So that doesn't surprise me. See, it's cool when you can dig into your stuff and find things from... I mean, this is going way back. Hex crawl maps. Look at that map. Again, this is for Star Frontiers. Yeah, it's great when you can find this stuff and go back and look at it. I'd love to use this stuff all over again. A lot of it was never used. That would be pretty fun. There's a date on this. It says 1994. Right, that's not... Here's one that says... That's... What does that say? 99 or 90... What is that? Yeah, it says 1994. Wow. Alright, folks, so there's a look at some of my stuff, and I guess there's more. Take a quick gander at this. Now, this is really amazing. These are characters that I made the very first time I played this game, and I played it with my father, who's now passed away. And guess what? I have his character in here. Dexter O'Rourke, played by Jesse. But my father, his character's in here, and if I could find it. So this is kind of nostalgic for me. There's his character. It's even got his own handwriting on it. Look at this. His race is Blob, Driztite in parentheses. There he signed his name, Pop T. Isn't that freaking amazing? Look at this. Sex, it. His name is Hanging Mess. That's what he named his character. Oh, man. Racial abilities, elasticity, lie detection. He had a Doze grenade and a needler pistol. Yeah, this is like the first time I ever played this, and that was made on a typewriter, as you can see. So yes, I have some memories here. Wow. Yeah, save it and frame it. And it's in great condition, too. Man. Next time, I'm going to show you guys my gangbusters stuff. That was fantastic. But there you go. That's my Star Frontiers. That's my, I think, my complete collection. I would definitely play this again in a heartbeat, just because it was so good fun. There's so many memories for me. I have stuff here I didn't even know I had. Even got all the freaking counters. Actually, I gotta show you something. This is great. Being the person I was, some of these counters I actually colored in. And not only that, on the back of them, I'm gonna show you some history here. Look at this. Because I don't think these were in color. They were black and white, and I took a marker and filled them in. I'm sure I did. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to show you another bit of history here. On the backs of these things, you see that? That's not all. This, let's see here, what does this say? Here's an alien, but look what I did on the back. Let me get him right. What is that guy, a kung fu practitioner? I think he is. I used to use counters to play the game Chain Mail. You remember Chain Mail? So I use these counters for that. I'd flip them over and just draw a picture of a knight or something and form little units. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yes, I still have this nonsense. There's a Drillistite pirate. Ha! Arr! Yeah, that's another bit of history right there. That is fan-freaking-tastic. I want to play now. Let me read the chat. Totally wrapped up in this mess here in front of me. That's great. I'm going to show Jesse some of this stuff because he'll remember that.